It's another Thrift with me. My name is Mel. I'm a fashion blogger from Salem, Massachusetts. We are visiting my hometown today. I just got back from a dentist appointment. See, clean teeth. And I figured I would stop by. It was only about like 15 minutes away. And I used to go to this Salvation Army all the time when I was a kid. I haven't been to this particular one in probably like 8 to 10 years maybe. It's been a very long time. I remember it being very good. I don't know, it has like an upstairs and a downstairs where the downstairs is all like furniture and books, and I think it has like shoes. And then the upstairs, I remember being very like clean and like organized by colors, how they used to do it. But we'll see. We're gonna stop in and see. They also have a lot of good homewares, and that's mainly what I'm looking for. I'm getting married in September. So I need to find like wedding decor. I have a lot of time to do it. It's January now, but I figure why not start now? I plan on doing a lot of my wedding like DIY and just trying to find again as much secondhand as possible. So that's priority one of what I'm looking for. I also need something to organize my jewelry. I have a lot of earrings and necklaces and rings, and where I'm storing it right now, it's kind of a big piece of furniture that I feel like it's just too big for my space, and I'm looking for something a little bit smaller. So anything that kind of fits that bill, and where this one is furniture based, maybe we will see if they have anything that fits my needs. And then just generally clothes. I look for anything that's like colorful and patterned. I don't remember if this one had good clothes or not. I guess we'll find out when we go in, but yeah, I'm excited. Let's go in. Shameless plug, if you are not subscribed, please hit the subscribe button and the little like alert button so you can get notified every time that I make a video. I'm very new to this, and I'm trying to figure out a schedule that works very well for me, but I will try to post once a week. So if you like thrifting and colorful fashion and just fashion in general, maybe this channel's for you. So subscribe, much appreciated. Thank you, and let's go thrifting.
Walking in, this place looks exactly like I remember it. They always have two different tags that are 50% off, and then white tags today were 99 cents. The home section was right at the front of the store. I found a lot of interesting items, nothing that I took home with me, but these candle holders I thought were really pretty. I just wish there were more of them because I would consider them for my wedding if there were maybe 4 or 5 more. The store had such a wide variety of items for sale. I almost got this for my jewelry, but decided it didn't really fit my personal aesthetic. Now off to the clothes and accessories. They keep all their bags at the end of each aisle, so you'll see me poking around throughout this video. Nothing that I really wanted in this section. Just a quick scan of the store for everyone. You can see how well organized and clean it is. They organize by color, which makes it really easy to shop, especially if you're looking for something very specific. They had a massive denim section. I feel like half the store was just jeans. I personally look for anything that's like a really stiff and rigid type of denim, so I am skipping over many of the pairs as you can see here, but there were a lot of really great pairs nonetheless. I like the style and the pattern of this pair of jeans, almost kind of like tie-dye. I did have to pass because they weren't my size though. I personally still wear colored denim and anything that has like a really fun pattern like you can see here. I love this pair of jeans from BDG, which is an Urban Outfitters brand. I thought the price was amazing at only $4, but unfortunately they weren't my size, so I did have to pass on them. I always like to admire the alterations I see at the thrift store. This person tried to prevent this hole from spreading further by adding a pink thread to it, which I think is actually a really good idea. So something I might consider in the future for a project, but not for that pair of jeans. Yet another pair of pants from Urban Outfitters. Also a pretty good deal at only $8. They did have some fading on the back, which is why I decided to pass, but you probably could dye this actually back to black. I was so excited when I found this entire bin of spiky belts. I used to have them when I was in middle school, and I was obsessed with it. Just poking through the graphic tees. I'm showing you some of the ones that I personally thought were really funny, but I did pass on them because I don't really wear a ton of black. Now as I'm editing this, I do regret not getting this shirt because it is really cool. This skirt was so pretty. Upon further inspection, it wasn't my size, and the quality really wasn't that great because it was Shein, but still something worth admiring. Turning my attention towards the patterned shirts here, I'm looking for anything that's either super bright, colorful, maybe with a bold pattern, just like this Forever 21 shirt that you see here. I did decide to pass on it because I felt like $6 is a little bit too steep for what it was. I also really like this striped shirt too. I already have something very similar though, which is why I decided to pass on it, but just goes to show you can really find anything at a thrift store. I loved this hat. I wish I got it, but I don't really wear a ton of hats, so I know it would have just sat in my closet without a ton of use. Next up is the blouse section. I really don't wear a ton of tank tops or sleeveless tops, so you can see I'm just kind of poking around here if there's anything that stands out. I don't really buy anything seasonally either, so if there was something for spring or summer that I did find that I like, I would consider buying it now, assuming I liked it enough. But in this case, there really just wasn't anything that caught my eye, so I did a quick scan as I always do, and I decided to move on to the shoe section right after this. Now onto the shoe section. As you can see, there were a lot of really beat up options, which is kind of disappointing. Nothing really that stood out to me either that was good quality besides this pair of shoes that I definitely would have wanted back when I was in college maybe, but I can't even look at them without thinking of breaking both my ankles. I really like this pair of New Balances. I've been into New Balances lately, but these weren't my size. Definitely a good pickup for someone who these would fit though. I love the color of these boots. I don't think they would fit my personal style, but really pretty color overall. And then these red boots were also super cute. They weren't my size, so I did have to pass on them, but come on, $12.99 for a pair of Forever 21 boots. I just think that was really steep overall. I thought this bag was so pretty. It almost matched the jacket that I got in the last video, but it wouldn't have fit my phone, and I only buy bags that will fit my phone inside of it. I was very curious about this name brand labels rack. I love this Hannah Anderson top. I wish it was my size. Unfortunately, it was not. I actually wore a lot of Hannah Anderson when I was growing up, and it's still one of my favorite brands to this day. But other than that, there really wasn't a ton of name brand items on this rack. I was expecting a lot more, maybe new at tags, but it did really seem picked over for the most part. I'm from Boston, so I thought this shirt was really funny. I personally didn't pick it up, but I thought it would be really fun to wear for maybe like a Red Sox-Yankees game in the summer. Now onto the dress section. The racks were packed and it was really hard to film and look at the dresses at the same time, so I apologize because the footage is kind of wonky. As always, I'm looking for really bright colors or bold patterns. I love the stripes on this dress and I thought this pattern was so cool. I couldn't stop looking at it. Now onto the long sleeve tops. There were so many options here, I was very overwhelmed. I really love the color combination between the orange and the pink here, and this Madewell flannel was such a good price. Unfortunately, it wasn't my size, so eventually I did decide to put it back, but I did give it a good walk around the store before making my decision at the end. I'm almost always in the market for anything plaid, floral, gingham. You can see I pull out a couple options as I'm sifting through here. There were so many pretty options and I'm surprised I didn't come home with anything more, but I already have so many flannels at home that I don't think I could even fit one more in the mix. Now looking at the sweater section, I thought all of the colors that were here were so pretty. And again, I love how this store is organized by color. I'm pulling out anything that's super fuzzy, like this vest and also this red sweater that I thought was super fun. I personally already have something that's quite similar to it, so for today's purposes, I did pass, but definitely thought it was a really fun option. I thought this Champion sweatshirt was so cool. Unfortunately, it was stained on the back of it. It was almost like, I don't know, someone with hair dye stained the hood, which honestly, I have done several times before, so can't blame them, but unfortunately, just a little bit too damaged for me to pick up and bring home with me today. Before going downstairs to look at the furniture, I decided to stop and look at the frames. I'm personally looking for anything that's like a very heavy gold leaf. I personally didn't find anything that kind of fit that bill today, but there were really a lot of good options here in all different sizes too. I'm an artist and always like to showcase little pictures around my apartment, so whenever I find something I like, I do tend to pick it up and just keep it in storage if it's not something that I can use right now. I wish I could show more of the artwork that was located in these frames because honestly, there were really a lot of good pictures here. Like I mentioned earlier, they do keep all of the furniture downstairs. They have so many desks, tables, lamps, you name it, they have it here, and also most things are really good price. Oh hey, look, it's me. Thanks for watching this far. I couldn't believe how many crock pots were here, just a sea of crock pots. I thought this could be really cool for my jewelry if each of the drawers opened up individually, but that just wasn't the case. I fell in love with this dresser. It was only $50 and I really wish it would fit in my apartment, but I don't have the space for it right now. I definitely would have fixed it up if I got it and maybe painted it back to black. I realized I forgot to look at the skirts, so I'm making one quick pass of those before I leave for the day. I love the skirt. I thought the colors and the patterns were all so pretty. The length of it was kind of weird when I held it up against me though, so I did pass. I thought the Cynthia Rowley skirt was so fun. The pattern, the knit of it, it was so unique and like the shape of it was really cool too. I wear skirts all year round, usually just layered over tights, maybe sometimes with some Doc Martens. I love this Eddie Bauer skirt that I found. It was just a little bit too pilled for me to consider picking it up, but I just thought the idea of a flannel skirt was so much fun and the price was really good too. Just a quick outfit check before I leave for the day. I wear fuzzy Converse and my dentist noticed.
And we are back. Same day this time. Be proud of me. Usually I wait a while to film these outros because I always forget, but I'm back. Honestly, not that many things today, and that's okay. Every time that you go thrifting, you do not have to come home with a haul full of things. I know I said I haven't been to that thrift store in quite some time, like closer to a decade, but it still is almost the same as I remember it. It's still very, very organized, and it's still very clean. And essentially when you walk in, it's huge upstairs, and that's where they have all the clothes. They used to have the shoes downstairs, but they actually moved them back upstairs, which I think is a good thing. But the organization that they have there, everything's by color. So if you want like a pink shirt or a blue pair of pants, it's very easy to maneuver around. I wish it was organized by size, but beggars can't be choosers. But they still have all the furniture downstairs too. So it was kind of cool to have that separation. And there was just nothing on the floor. Like, you know how sometimes things fall off the hangers and people leave them in other areas? Like, the workers did a really good job of keeping up and, you know, picking things off the ground, or if they found something on like an aisle end, they would put it back into its like regular category. So they still have that going for them, which is amazing. It was a little picked over though, and I think partially that's my fault. I went around noon, so you know, after the morning people had already had their chance to kind of sift through everything, and today is a holiday. It's Martin Luther King Jr. Day, so a lot of people have the day off. But here's the long-awaited haul, and like I said, it's very minimal because I didn't get that many things, and that's okay. First thing I found, well, this is actually one of the last things I found, honestly. I had some other things that I was really considering, but once I, you know, gave everything a very quick like quality scan, there's either things that had holes in it or like stains, and I decided to put it back because I didn't really want too much from my project pile. However, I did get this from my project pile, and it's this Kate Spade. It's, what's the brand exactly? Hold on. It's Saturday Kate Spade Saturday. Must be like a subsidiary of Kate Spade, but yellow and pink tags were 50% off, and then all white tags were 99 cents. So this was $6.99 originally, and I got it for half off, which means it was $3.50. So it's like this off-white canvas with like this very light brown or like light tan leather, and it's kind of dirty. It has like this yellow trim, which I really like about it, but it's just like a normal crossbody. I like the canvas material of it. And I got this for my project pile because I feel like I can wash this pretty easily with no issues. The issue that I'm gonna see is the leather conditioning. I think I can fix it because you kind of see it's like sort of stained, but if I can wash this, it's already ruined. So if I can wash this and fix the leather, great, then I can utilize the bag. But if not, this seems like the type of material where you wouldn't really have too much of an issue like painting it. And I have a lot of leather paint, so maybe that could be a fun project or like a thrift flip video that I end up doing in the future. But first I'm gonna try to save it because I do actually really like the color of this leather, and I would love to not have to put the extra work into painting it if needed. But just a very simple crossbody, very summery. I really like the inside. It has like this window pane type fabric, and the inside's just a little bit stained, but otherwise it doesn't really look like it was utilized that much. Like, I almost wonder if this person like wore it in the rain or something, and that's what got it stained on the leather, but I don't know, we'll see. Anyway, $3.50 for a Kate Spade bag. Might as well try it in my mind. Next up, another purse. I found this on like an aisle end as I was leaving the store, and it's just like a really nice bag, like another, more like a shoulder bag. I don't know, it's kind of like a crossbody. The strap is kind of in the middle of a shoulder bag and a crossbody. Like, it would be kind of sitting up like weird if you put it on, but it's like a macrame fabric, like knots in it, and I really like the pattern. It's very summery. It almost doesn't even look worn. Like, there's no wear on this, there's no dirt, like the inside's very clean. So yeah, this was $3.99 and it's a yellow tag, so it was 50% off. So this was only $2. So I figured might as well. I will have to save this for summer because it is like a very summery bag. Or I can wear it anytime I want to, but it is very summery, so I'm excited for this. But yeah, $2. The last thing I got was something I found when I was checking out. I was talking to the girl at the counter. We were having a really great conversation. I looked down, and inside the glass was this pack of bracelets from Zara. It's new with tags, even though it's been like ripped and like taped back together. I don't know how many bracelets were originally supposed to be in this pack, but this includes 3. And originally Zara had it for $22.90 and I got it for $4.99. She actually, they were listed at $4.99, but I checked my receipt and she gave these to me for $2.99, which I thought was really nice of her. So thank you if you're watching this, if you're the person who helped me at the counter. She was very nice. I thought that was really cool that she did that for me. So yeah, I'm excited to wear these. I like the texture. It's like beaded, it has tassels, some like yarn wrapping, more beads on it, like different types of beads. So I think this will be really fun, like I said, to wear in the summer. I don't know why I'm thinking summer today. It's probably because it's cold outside, but I think these are almost going to fit me more like an anklet than anything else, which I almost think is even better. So yeah, I'll save these, like I said, for summer when I can like wear things you can actually see when I don't have my sleeves on, my big sleeves, as I say, with like an armful of hair ties for some reason. So that's it for today. Just 3 accessories. Sometimes that's how the cookie crumbles. You go in for home decor and you come out with accessories, even though 2 of these I can't wear until the summer anyway, or actually probably all of them. So that's just how it is sometimes. I appreciate you guys watching, and if you're new here, hit the subscribe button, follow along. You can get notifications every time that I make a new post, which I will be aiming for once a week. So if you are into fashion and thrifting, and a combination between fashion and thrifting, this is the place for you. So follow along on my Instagram. I'll link it here at Mel Gets Dressed. You can follow along in my day-to-day, and I will see you next week.